Josiah Wedgwood is indisputably one of the most important figures in British design history.
He was the Steve Jobs of the 18th century. He was a designer, he was an inventor, he was an entrepreneur, he was a marketer, but he was also a global figure. He was interested in the French Revolution, he was interested in the American Revolution, he was interested in the campaign to abolish slavery, he was interested in the English Enlightenment. His life spans so many extraordinary epochs in world history, and all out of Stoke-on-Trent, and reflecting those great historical currents through his designs, through his ceramic production.
And in many ways, he set the parameters for which the ceramic industry has followed ever since.
The Wedgwood collection is one of the great industrial archives of the world. The combination of an archive that delivers huge, unrivaled information about effectively the first signs of the Industrial Revolution in Britain, and also something that is of great art historical significance, really can't be overstated.
All the way through the 250 odd years of production, they've always been at the cutting edge of design. This is the very first Queensware pattern book. What it did was revolutionise ordering, because for the very first time customers could order in complete confidence that they were going to get the right pattern, because they were ordered by number, not by description.
I was absolutely horrified when I heard that the Wedgwood collection, the Wedgwood Museum, were in peril.
In 2009, the original Wedgwood manufacturing company went bankrupt. And amongst its debts was the pension liability to its current employees and its former employees. It was decided that the Wedgwood collection was an asset that could be sold to defray those debts.
The uniqueness of this collection can't be replicated anywhere in the world. And to break that collection up breaks up the social history, the history of manufacturing, and more importantly, the history of the importance of Wedgwood, which after all is a household name worldwide.
The Art Fund is taking responsibility for drawing together all the monies. We will then gift it to the V&A, whose trustees have agreed in principle to take on ownership of the collection in perpetuity. The V&A will then lend it to the reopened museum at Barlaston. Our closest collaborators in the whole campaign have been the Heritage Lottery Fund.
If people could be persuaded just to donate even a little bit, it will enable the Art Fund to make that last leap in order to save it for the nation.
We've agreed a price of £15.75 million to acquire the whole collection, and amazingly we have brought together nearly 13 million of that now, and so with about 3 months to go we've got just around 2.75 million to raise. So that's not an impossible task, but it is going to require a very large number of people to donate very generously. But it's a tantalising prospect because we can save the Wedgwood collection if we can raise that sum by the end of November.
For those philanthropic-minded people willing to expend some of their money to keep this collection in Britain, what you are helping to preserve is one of the greatest collections in the world of ceramics. But it's also a story of English identity, it's also a story of the Industrial Revolution, it's a story of the English Enlightenment.